We're on. We're on.
We're on what?
We're on the show. Miguel. Get with it. It's a new
wait
day.
a second. So what do you were starting with the Bitcoin?
No, we're starting with introducing ourselves. That's
damn.
That's what
All right.
That's what we start with. We're not starting over. This is the show. It's okay. We'll get used to it. We're still new. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So I'm Kamal, and this is Miguel. The one.
That's me.
Yeah. I introduce you for yourself because apparently you just don't remember introductions. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. And we are. I'll let you say it. We are.
We are brothers from other mothers. We are on the podcast. We are here. We are telling what is happening out here on these interwebs and what we're thinking about in our nerddom. You know, because we have the shared DNA. You know that. You know, we are now on Anchor, Spotify, and everything. Breaker, Podcast Breaker, Pocket Cast, RadioPublic.
Hell yeah! I guess
what's Breaker?
It doesn't matter. We're on it.
Okay, I'm with it. I'm with it.
There's so many podcast distributions these days.
Who are they distribute? Is this to distribute to other countries? Is this?
I mean, I guess maybe some other countries might use Breaker and Castbox. I feel bad. I feel like I'm like shitting on things that shouldn't be shitting on. We're like, please listen to us on Castbox. No, I'm just kidding.
Castbox. It could be offensive in some other land.
All I know is that we're on 9 platforms because of Anchor and how things work. But I don't know. Most importantly, we're on Apple Podcasts. Because apparently that I didn't know this, but I just realized that they run the market on podcasts. Like 70% of people listen to podcasts on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah,
did not know that.
That's all I listen to. If you're not on Apple Podcasts, I'm not switching over to some other distribution site so I can sign up for something. No, I'm already signed up for Apple Podcasts. Get with it. Get with it. You know, I'm not sending you a check. You know, you better have a bank account already. I'm not messing with any other service. Even Spotify. I'm over Rogan. Rogan just jumped the shark for me. So I'm over it. If you're not on YouTube or Apple Podcasts, I'm over you. You're canceled.
We're canceled.
If you're not on one of those two things.
Oh man, see, I'm tripping up because for some reason,
what?
No, we're still recording. Everything's good on that. I just need to put the brothers from other mothers onto the thing. We've been filming for 3 minutes without our name underneath the thing. It looked off. There was a black void underneath us.
You know what's almost canceled also?
What's that?
Star Trek's almost canceled. Star Trek has almost been canceled in the house. Not really, but really. Not really.
But why? What happened?
My daughter's super woke. All right. She's super woke with these Star Treks. Star Trek can get I'm not gonna front, it can get kind of creepy deepy with like Riker. Is Riker with Troy? Or is Riker trying to screw every alien that comes around? You know, what's going on with that? And just sometimes it's just weird. Like it'll just be like, how do they say now? It'll be cringy.
Cringy. What's cringy? You know, what part of it was cringy? I'm just curious.
Oh, what part? Oh, the part where the space sperm impregnated it's Deanna Troi. That little
so
scene.
You guys were watching the old Star Trek? Or are you talking about Discovery?
We're watching the next. We've already since pandemic hit, we've gone through. First, we went through Enterprise.
Oh, because you love that so much. Enterprise is such garbage.
So we did Enterprise. Enterprise was actually edgy. Enterprise was actually edgy, and
do you not
real talk,
want to believe
T'Pol
you?
was fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she was more fine. But Enterprise was edgy. Then we went through. We did the whole Discovery. Then we slogged through all 7 seasons of Deep Space Nine.
Deep Space Nine is my shit. But like, why are you doing it in such a way? Did you just like whatever? Because they got all the Star Treks on Netflix.
Yeah, well, because I started on the Next Generation, so I was kind of over it, and I wanted to go to stuff I'd never seen before.
You never saw Deep Space?
I saw it, but it was like it was.
Me and Daddy used to watch Deep Space every week. Like I used to come home and we used to watch it every week. Same with Next Generation.
Well, me and Daddy used to watch Next Generation every week, and
yeah,
then
we all did.
But I was out the house when Deep Space Nine was.
That's true. That is true.
And Deep Space Nine seemed like Babylon 5, Star Trek Babylon 5 to me. It just seemed corny. It seemed whack.
Oh man, dude!
But Deep Space Nine actually digs deep into Star Trek lore and pulls back out a lot of Star. And I'm not gonna front. I really like Garak.
Garak is the shit.
Garak
he was Garak was awesome. That's a shapeshifter, right?
No.
That's
Garak is the Cardassian. No, not the Cardassian. The Taylor.
Right. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Okay. I liked.
Garak was a Taylor.
Quark was dope. The Ferengi Quark, who's like the comic.
He was on the low. He was a pimp on the low.
Oh, really?
He was a pimp on the low. Man, Quark, Mac, the Klingon chick. Clark had broads, and Clark would like on the low kind of date the Davo girls. Like he would have little oh man, meet me later, whoop de whoop.
He did have like a don't hate the player, hate the game personality with everything. He was like, hey man, I'm just out here trying to live my life.
And Quark would get you anything. Quark, man, he didn't care what it was. He was selling weapons. He was selling whatever you had. He was selling. Quark was ill. Quark
I liked him. He was a dope character.
And that whole, I thought the Dominion thing went a little long, and the resolution was kind of corny.
Yeah, whatever. Well, my favorite part about Deep Space Nine is just the fact. Well, number one, there's a black captain. Number one. Number two, it tied like you said with the lore. It tied so many different because Captain Picard came through. Janeway came through. Like everyone came. Not Janeway didn't. That was after. But anyway. You had all these different captains from different shows. It was kind of like coming through, just being like making cameos and having their episodes and stuff like that, just because it was a space station. I thought it was done really well. I enjoyed that aspect of it.
It was. I mean, that's why when we went through all 7 seasons, I was like, "Oh, this is dope. This is dope. This is actually dope." And now we're going through the OG, the Next Generation.
Right.
Which, oh my God, those first few episodes was terrible. Holy moly. They were just doing things.
Yeah.
There was no plot, no nothing. It was like, let's just film them doing things and getting into trouble.
Next Generation, I just love Q. Q is a shit.
I hated Q. I hated Q because he never knew what was going on. It was like, I don't know.
He's an anti. He's like Venom or something. He just talks you to death instead of eats people. It's great. I love Q. Q's a shit.
But that was the joint. But we need to dude, this is my shit right now. Did I tell you I'm on Pilates right now?
You did? You told the world about that last episode.
I'm still on Pilates, but now I'm on tomatoes too. I'm planting some tomatoes today.
Okay.
I'm planting some tomatoes today.
That was like code word for like a workout program or something.
I rubbed the tomatoes all over me and I lose weight. I rubbed them on my genitals. No.
Don't get canceled out here.
Oh my god! What a week! What's cracking with you, man? You was talking about the Bitcoins, man.
I was. All right. So I have on a serious note.
Oh.
To tell everybody, this is a public service announcement on Bitcoin. Everybody needs Bitcoin. Everybody needs it. I'm going to keep it quick and simple. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll answer them. You know what I mean? If you're on YouTube or whatever. I don't know if you can do that on podcast stuff, but it doesn't matter. Bitcoin is a very important part of right now, and I've been doing it for about like 3 years now, but I'm just going to make it quick and simple. The reason why it is so important is this is maybe one of the only ways for people of color or people without to gain wealth in a quick manner of like the next 10 years. Like straight up. Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling? You have something smart to say.
Does Bitcoin have to do with the like with the data mining, with the
the blockchain?
Oh, the blockchain shit.
Right.
But doesn't that just do nothing? Does
it just do nothing? Okay. Do you know what the blockchain is? Have you like read up on it?
Yeah, it's a form of encryption and also a form of digital verification.
Right.
Of digital verification of versions of different types of software artifacts and different things like that. But I understand that much.
Right, but you understand like how safe the blockchain is and with using like money and transaction and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Cool. And you understand how stupid our money is now.
Yeah, I understand. It is a trust-based like bullshit that is just, in God we trust that we can exchange this for some goods or services in the future, and just because the governments all agree to use it, it's not backed by any gold. But yeah,
well, our money's not backed by anything right now. They took it off of that a while. There's no gold standard. I think it's paper standard.
Our money's backed by bullets, homie. That's really what the money's backed by bullets, bombs, missiles.
All right. So without going into
and true patriots,
without going into any like super detail about this, because I really don't want to do that here.
Me neither.
Bitcoin has a certain amount, right? And then miners mine it. There's a certain amount made every day. And then so eventually it will run out, and then you can't make any more. So what is so funny? Why are you laughing?
You can't make no more of that shit. I mean, we're not gonna get into specifics. It just you can. Okay. But
no, it'll eventually run out by like next like 50 plus years. I forget the exact number, but like it gets scarce, and the price goes up when people buy in, and then when there's less to go around, then increases in value. What?
I know a few things. The price goes up.
What's up?
Over time.
Why are you laughing? This is a serious subject.
It is a serious subject.
You need to buy some shit too. You need to buy some other shit too.
If you would have bought like a Bitcoin 10 years ago, you'd be balling now.
Would be, did not. But yes. I don't want to live in the past.
How the hell do you buy a Bitcoin? Because I know there's these exchanges, right?
Exchanges, which are basically just like the stock market, except the stock market is just like our money, which is fucking stupid.
Jesus Christ. The stock market's like gambling, homie.
It is. All investments like gambling. Our 401k is technically a fucking gamble. Like everything's a gamble. So like,
that's why it's all backed by bullets and germs and steel and blood.
Oh, like I mean,
straight up.
Social Security apparently is a gamble. Like everything that you trust the government to do is technically a gamble. Not saying that the government's bad, is actually like the government. That's the reason why. I don't know. A lot of people don't fuck you over a lot, but you know.
Yo, Kamal, don't tell nobody, but you know anybody who got that vaccine, dogs?
Yeah.
I'm looking for it ASAP.
Wait, you're talking about like buying them?
I'm looking for that vaccine ASAP.
I know 2 people who had really bad reactions to it.
Man. Really like, bad, man.
One of my coworkers and my best friend, Shauna, she they were just like,
she almost died?
No, they didn't almost die, but like no one almost died, but they had very unpleasant reactions.
Oh, man, no.
But I mean, that doesn't really scare, like they, you know, like crazy intubated? Bad fevers and, you know, like just for like a couple hours or a night type deal.
It's where they intubated, did a big claw-like apparatus go down your throat and breathe for them?
No.
It's where they turned over every 4 to 6 hours, and some stranger patted their back while their family cried in their beds. Did that happen to them?
None of that. None of that happened.
Where they put on an ECMO machine and had to have all their fluid pumped in it. Have you heard about those things?
No. What is that?
It's where they have a machine that does the things of your heart and your lungs together, like it does everything.
Pause. It's a machine that does the things in your heart and your lungs. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Wait. The ECMO machine pumps blood from the patient's body to an artificial lung that adds oxygen to it and removes carbon dioxide. Thus, it replaces the function of the person's own lungs.
Talking about lungs, this just popped up in my head. There was an article that I glanced by. I didn't even read it because I was like, what? That's too crazy for me. Apparently, someone had like a transplant of their lungs, and apparently it had COVID in it. So after they got the lung transplant, they died because of COVID because it already had COVID in it from the lungs that they just got. And I was just like, I didn't read the article. I just read the headline, but like, that's some crazy shit.
Max Brooks foretold that. Man.
Who's Max Brooks? Did you read? What's he about?
Max Brooks is the dude who wrote World War Z.
Okay.
Mel Brooks's kid. You know, if you read, because World War Z isn't like the movie, right? World War Z is like totally different than the movie. That it's about this guy. Huh?
No, I said I heard that.
Yeah. That there's this guy who's putting together kind of a report on what happened during the zombie apocalypse after it already happened, after they fixed it.
Right.
You know, so at one point they were saying that people were popping up as zombies because they were getting, you know, transplants and lungs with the zombie virus in it. So everybody would be tested. Everybody think they were safe, but then people, you know, pop up because they got a heart valve that was from a zombie. Oh man, that's some wild shit.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty terrifying.
Max Brooks also got it that, you know, is Israel vaccinated everybody first. Max Brooks was like, Israel will have their stuff together. Was like during the zombie apocalypse, it was like they were the first ones to do this and that. I mean, not that it really happened,
right?
But he was thinking that Israel would see the problem, fix the problem, and the population would just do it, and they just did it.
But Israel didn't do that, right? Aren't they like?
Israel got a big portion of the way. Israel population vaccinated. 50%, over 50% of it is vaccinated.
Fuck.
Yeah, over 50% have had at least one dose.
Where are they getting their vaccine? They just bought the same ones that we did first?
And 84% of those who are 70 and over.
Damn.
So 84% of 70 and over and 50% of the population. I mean, they got their stuff together, man. It's not a big population, but they got their stuff together. They got this, man. Imagine if we had 50%. I wouldn't be looking for that vax, dogs. I need that vax. I need my life to get back in order, Holmes. I'm sick of this. Everybody's sick of this. This whole COVIDicus.
So Israel's together, but they're the one who's like hogging all the shit from Palestinians, right?
Blah 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 blah.
I'm just saying. So it probably should have been like all of their shit, but they just hogged it for Israel. So therefore, that's why they have most of their stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess in a perfect world, they would have given.
So it's kind of like how the rich part of Miami is mostly vaccinated, right? That's like the similar type of thing.
Man, send me to the rich part of Miami, homie. Send me to the rich part of Miami.
Yeah. So good for Israel. They're cool. Israel's cool.
You're breaking my heart.
Israel's dope.
I'm just telling you what's going on, but that shit is crazy, dogs. That thing is crazy. That's why I'm just gonna go into my backyard and plant my tomatoes after this, and eat me like 10 pieces of bacon and some pulled pork. Let me tell you something. I eat pulled pork. My wife made some pulled pork. It's so good. I love me some pulled. I had pulled pork.
Pulled pork is delicious.
Twice yesterday.
Bacon's delicious too. We got a butcher down here. We haven't done it in a while because we've been eating healthier. So bacon is not one of those healthy options.
Bacon's healthy.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
Not when you eat a lot of it, though. I'm not saying that we ate that much of it, but bacon's not as terrible as what people say it is. But like if you eat a bunch of it, it is everything. And
I know a few people on heavy keto diets, and they're just specimens.
Explain yourself.
No, I mean like you cut down just muscle and sinew when you eat like 80% meat. It's hard. It's like a lot of steak. A lot of steak, a lot of bacon, a lot of hamburger, and it is a hard road to do, but man, I need some veggies. Also, I
need veggies too. But like veggies is part of keto though. It's just
it is a little bit,
because then there's that whole like just eating meat diet too that people do.
I love that, man. I could do that. I'm not gonna front. I could eat steak every day, homie.
Yeah, me too. I feel like it would just be stuck in my intestines forever.
I could eat me a pound of ribeye a day, straight up.
Isn't that terrible for your digestion system? Like, what you can't digest. It takes like so much longer to digest steaks and shit, right? Like you shouldn't eat steak every fucking day because then
ask the Maasai in Africa. Ask the Maasai or ask an Eskimo if eating. You just have to have, it's just a different thing. I think you'd be all right. You'd be all right. And but I'm not just eating steak.
I know you're not.
Although I could. Huh?
I said I know you're not. I mean, I could too. I'd love steak. I love me a medium rare steak. So hard.
I really like. I've learned the more meat I have been eating more meat, that the different cuts of meat really affect the taste of it. Like a sirloin.
Yeah,
that shit is like a wall of meat.
I was talking to a friend about this the other day.
Yeah, it's like a wall of you cut into it. You gotta, it's like you gotta know how to cook it. Like a ribeye is hard to fuck up. A ribeye, you just throw it on there. As long as you don't cook the shit out of it, all that fat's gonna make it beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it be.
It is what it bees. It bees what it is.
Soon I'm gonna be able to get garden grown tomatoes out of my own garden, so I can be on the interwebs and be like, I just made a salad from my own garden, and people be like, you motherfucker, you.
So the way plants work in our household, I think once they come through our door, they're automatically on like a countdown to doomsday.
Death follows. Death follows closely.
I'm pretty sure like we got some alive upstairs, but those are the ones that you don't have to do anything to. And then I have this. Yeah, then I have this. What's it called? The aloe. I have one of those that are just holding on for dear life. It's also just cold as fuck in my house, but like, it's just cold in fucking general. Like, it's just terrible.
Well, all of mine are outside, and I have them on automatic sprinklers. So it's just, I'm just gonna set it up. I'm gonna play like I care for about a month, then just forget about it. And then one day I'm gonna go back there, and it's gonna be like tomatoes. Would have never, or it's gonna be like, oh, infestation. Like I would have never known. I've had that one too, where I had an aphid infestation. I had to go buy some.
Those things eat plants, yo. Those things eat plants quick.
But I fixed it. I fixed it with a not a bumblebee, but a ladybug with ladybugs.
Oh, you just bought a bunch of ladybugs?
I put bags over the plant. They have these see-through bags.
Yeah.
That you can put over plants that allow them to get sunlight, and then you release the ladybugs inside, and the ladybugs gorge themselves on aphids. You leave it on that for like a week and a half, and then you let the ladybugs out, and the aphids went away.
Damn.
And they just never came back. And I guess a friend of mine said that the ladybugs will like lay ladybug eggs, so that there'll be more around there. But whatever, it worked.
They do. Have you ever seen like I've seen, I think Daddy's old place, like every year he had like I don't know, on the balcony deck there was just like too many fucking ladybugs, and they all like clustered together in like a corner of like looking up on the balcony.
Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, because the ladybugs eat all the bad stuff.
Right. It just look crazy though, because when you see too, like, I don't even care if the bugs are good or bad. If you see too many of them cluster,
it's like, oh my god,
you're just like, what did I do? What's going on? What did I not know? What did I miss? But yeah, what's going on?
Thank God Biden cured COVID. Now that everything's normal again. Thank Jesus. I went to the beach yesterday. I didn't see any COVID anywhere.
I was talking to a coworker, and they're saying in July we're probably going to have a problem where we'll have too many vaccines in the United States, and then we're going to have to sell them overseas.
Let me tell you, I'm going to take all the vaccines on me. I'm just going to start signing up. I'm going to sign up. I'm going to get the Moderna, the Pfizer, and the new J&J.
Oh,
you're going to be so cool.
It's going to be that new experiment.
That new experience.
Call you Weapon X.
The new, man, I end up like Wolverine. I end up looking like Calypso. You know what I'm saying? All light and like... The X is there.
He's black, man, I swear.
But that's gonna. I'm thinking if they plan for that, that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Nothing in this world is idiot-proof against a determined human idiot. There are a lot of.
There's some rich person that flew all over the country, and they're like, "I need all of them. I gotta collect them all, Pokemon." Like,
I'm reading stories on Reddit about how CVS and them are throwing away vaccines because people are so scared. And I can see this happening. The dude who just works at CVS is probably so scared of giving the vaccine to the wrong person who's not on some list that he'd rather just leave it in the freezer too long or whatever. Be like, hey, it wasn't my responsibility to make sure it wasn't. I could see somebody who just wants to keep their job. Like, I don't know nothing. All I know is that that's my manager's responsibility. And 50,000 vaccines.
But I also saw something about like the leftover portion of the vaccines that get wasted, which are like thousands and thousands of doses if you like combine them, because it's like the last part of the vaccine. I was just like, what the fuck? It's crazy, just absolutely crazy.
It's gonna be what it is by July, but this is America. We're all about that waste and abuse. So eventually, by like July, it'll get back, and I'll get back to training on my jiu-jitsu row. Get back to the train. But everybody I know has been training the whole time. Makes me sick.
Because they're bad about it. They're about that COVID life.
Oh, but it's kind of making me feel, because there is a there is a time limit. I mean, you only live so long. I'm 46 years old. I got to really 60 to really get after it. Then after that, it's gonna be like forced half speed. From like 60 to 70. Then after that, it's gonna be like the old man on the mat. So I got like 20 years.
Well, you always see like the 60-plus-year-olds that are just like super ripped and are like in the gym all the time. You don't want to be that? No, that's not your life.
Those are generic aberrations. Imagine how many people out there. But I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna do what I can until I can't do it no more. In store. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go hire. Have you heard of Kevin Samuels?
No. Is that the Black Samuel Adams?
No, this is this dude who does this. He's like in the relationship sphere. He's kind of like the black version of the red pill. It's just quite
of the red pill.
Yeah, he's like a black red pillar kind of like, but like, you know what I mean by what I say, the red pill?
No.
The MGTOW movement, the men going their own way, the people who take the red pill. It's kind of like a male chauvinistic thing. It's kind of like, like incels are loosely based from kind of the MGTOW, kind of like the poser MGTOWs who believe, you have to hold your, like, women are after one thing and you have to hold your own, and there's good women. But it's a really weird subculture. But Kevin Samuels, that fool's funny. Fool's funny. But it's kind of weird. It's a really weird subculture about high worth men, and a woman who wants a high worth man. I don't know. And I'm not dissing him. He definitely got his game going.
Oh, is that the one that they had the backlash with the woman that called in and he was trying to figure out why she couldn't get a man on her caliber and she wasn't listening?
Yeah. That's
and
kind of
he wears a suit and he's like in the back. And he has like the laptop and he's all dark and shit.
Yeah.
And then he just be telling people, it's like, you mediocre, get a mediocre man.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he's funny. But
yeah. I know what you're talking about now. I didn't put a name to him because they always be talking about what the fuck happens and not like he did this or whatever.
Yeah, my whole thing is about this high value being based on income and not being based on someone's self-worth or
makes no sense to me.
Believe, or what. And I understand, like, you have to be able to support yourself, but someone who actually has,
but people just want no, keep going. Sorry.
No. I would say it's very valuable, because I remember, I mean, even with our father, like, he was broke when I was a kid, you know, but he was around, and that was a lot. That was a
Right.
lot, and
Yeah.
and you know, and if you're on some high value man stuff, it was like someone who's broke and would still come around. That's a high value. That's high value. It has nothing to do with your income. So I don't know
Yeah.
what,
But there's
yeah.
people who think they deserve, like, it's like, it's really weird because they're just like, I deserve this, but they're not around it for some reason, and like they don't understand like the people that you are around is who and they're just like, but why can't I find a man that makes X amount of money? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. It's just like a problem that people make for themselves.
Oh, it's definitely. Well, I mean, people are lonely.
Yeah, but like being lonely and then finding someone with like, I don't know, like that it, like has a certain amount of wealth that you are looking for. It doesn't. I don't. Especially how we live in a culture where people don't even want to talk about money unless they know you. So it's like you're looking for something that's in the. It's weird. It's just weird. I don't even understand. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like it's just strange to me.
Well, it is strange. But what I do know is that I've been playing the hell out of some Baldur's Gate 3.
I played a little bit.
Huh?
You started with the Druid?
Yeah. I got the Druid is powerful. Dude, I with Baldur's Gate 3, I have it so that I'm doing all interactions. So, and I'm just clearing board after board. The Druid is a powerful character. Man, you transform into that bear, you're doing 10, 11, 12 points of damage a swipe. You know, the thing is, you don't get the bird up front. The bird would be dope up front, but I don't know. Maybe at level 4. I'm only at level 3 now. And that little thorn whip, that little thorn whip gets busy.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely kill some people. Awesome cliffs.
That fireball gets busy.
Yeah.
I think that fireball.
I haven't played with the fireball yet. Actually, I haven't played with it at all. I'm gonna play that the other day. There's a game that comes out tomorrow that I'm gonna be playing a lot. So we'll see how we'll try to get to it. But
I think that fireball is definitely a little overpowered.
It looks overpowered.
But once you but the thing is, once you get into 5th level monsters, they get crazy.
Yeah. Especially with the magic.
And then with the magic and you know, and soon, you know, fireball's gonna come when the full game comes. That's what I'm waiting for. Once you get fireball, because you got to be 5th level to get a 3rd level spell, I think.
Yeah.
So once they start hitting with the 3rd level spells, it's like, yo, then those 4th and 5th level spells get crazy, and you get like all these slots and the magic items get crazy.
That's what I play these games for. That's why I hate the fact that they leave it for level 4. Because I was like, they should just open the damn game up.
Because level 5, you start getting multiple attacks.
Yeah.
You know, it starts getting really.
After 5 is when the game starts. But I mean, I get it. It's an alpha. So it is what it is.
I would like them. Hopefully, they could do more and more classes. So I assume that they're testing out all the interactions.
That's what they're doing. They're just testing shit out because there's going to be the paladin, of course the druid. I think the druid's probably like they're doing the most for that since it changes to different creatures and different kind of spells and whatnot. But like I think that's probably just the most intricate because I think they're also going to put the monk in there, because monk is fresh. Am I missing anybody?
The monk seems like I really dislike. I really wish only having 4 characters in the party.
I know. I hate it.
Go and play Baldur's Gate 2 once.
I absolutely hate it. I wish they remastered it to like graphics like they need to remake Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Basically do what they did to Final Fantasy remake because they basically took that game, made it to these graphics. It's changed the story like a little bit, improvise whatever where they needed to, and just remake that game.
But to be real, I don't even need cutscenes. I don't even need I mean,
no one actually needs cutscenes. Baldur's Gate didn't have any cutscenes. It was just you saw top down what was happening.
Yeah, so it could be just like that.
It would have been great.
I think they could upgrade Baldur's Gate to like Diablo look.
Actually, now that you're saying that, they could have just did the top down, no cutscenes. Just that is annoying. Now that I'm thinking about it, and they could have just do top down and have I knocked my thing, and just have the menu for you answering their questions to the side, and it wouldn't take you out of. Because I feel like the cutscenes kind of take you out of the world that you're already in. You know what I mean? Because it's like even though it's like a different view every time you do something.
I think if they want to make maximum money, eventually it'll break down to something like that. Because if I was Dungeons and Dragons, I'd be like, I want this for everything. Every module we come out with, I want to make this a machine, and without the cutscenes, and just having a top down with somebody typing stuff in. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, they could do it. Just have somebody making boards and levels and stuff. And maybe for the big productions, they'll be like, oh man, we're gonna do a cutscene this module.
See,
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I know I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
It's a good game. I just wish it was more like the old ones.
But also, you know what I'm doing? I'm using food more.
Yeah.
I never used to, because food gives you hit points and you can eat it during combat.
Right. Yeah, I knew that.
So
I was using food because my backpack always was full. That's why I ate food. And I was like, oh, this is actually pretty useful.
Yeah, I started eating because some of the food gives you a lot of hit points. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
That fucking pig head gives you like 15 hit points.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, it's really. And you can just eat it during the battle. That shit is dope. That shit is heat. That shit is heat. And also, I'm deciding to use everything I get when I get it. Because I'll end up with like 15 vials of acid, all this other, and also I'm collecting all the water barrels and fire wine barrels.
So you can.
The water barrels you could throw. I'm saving it for
electricity stuff. Fires. Oh right, that is right.
Because when other people do fires and there's like. And they'll like throw like a bomb in the middle of your party and it has this lasting fire, you can drop a water barrel.
Well, they made the fires last. There's like they last shorter now.
Yeah, it is much shorter.
Yeah. Which is good. Which is really good. Actually, I might play Baldur's Gate today. I'm not really sure.
Like after this, I'm gonna take some time and do like one little workout today, like a workout and a stretching session. Then I'm gonna do Baldur's Gate. I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate, eat pulled motherfucking pork.
Well, I gotta stream today anyway, so I think I might do that. I'm not really sure.
So can I join your party? Can we if you're playing it today? Can I?
We gotta figure it out beforehand because I'm not about to figure that out while I'm streaming, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah.
But I want to do that because I haven't done it before yet, and we said we'd do it, and we still haven't done it. So we should do that.
I want to do it. I want to go through because this run through of Baldur's Gate right now, I'm gonna do all the quests. Then I'm gonna go back over and kill everything on every map. I'm gonna go if I see a tiefling, kill him. I'm gonna kill all the druids. I'm gonna set it off on the druids. I'm gonna set it off on every character on the board. Anywhere I find, I'm gonna go back to the little there's a little thieves guild. I'm gonna kill all the thieves in the thieves guild and just walk around with everything in my camp. everything, every magic item in the game. I'm gonna go to the Underdark, kill everything in the Underdark.
It's a killing spree.
Because the Underdark really isn't that hard.
Man,
it's really not.
It's really hard for me. I haven't played in a long time. I stopped at the Underdark. So
see, the thing is like I started doing. You got to do ultimate item management, dude. They give you so many like fire stuff, and you know, like I always poison my blades now.
Yeah.
I used to have all these poison vials and stuff. I use all that shit now. Right, everything they give me, I save it and I just use it. And it's making and my party's just decimating shit. Just decimating fools.
Yeah, like, we're definitely gonna have to do a what's it called? Multiplayer thingy. I actually have someone I stream with wants to play with me Baldur's Gate 2, so we can do like a 3-person party.
Oh man, let's do it. Are they on Stadia too?
Yeah. So
and the graphics are so much better.
All day. Yeah, they are. I think it's my monitor for that game. I don't know what it is. Like, because when I look at what it picks up for streaming, because I direct stream to YouTube from Stadia, it looks fresh as fuck. But like when I'm looking, I don't know what it is. It's something I gotta figure out like some settings. Because streaming, it's fresh as hell. But like when I'm looking at it, it's not as fresh as I think it should be. It's weird.
Yeah. But it's just so nice right now. It's like there's like an extra sheen of realism on everything. Like the light on all the fires, the contrast and all the darkness.
Right.
And this time I'm gonna I think I'm gonna go the route where I'm gonna kill the first goblin boss, then I'm gonna go to the homegirl and agree to turn on the tieflings. Then go back to the tieflings and see if all the goblins will come, and then we do the big final fight in front of the grove. Because that's one of the storylines.
Yeah. I fought for the grove the first time, and I know you can fight for the goblins.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
But you could like do a triple cross where you tell the grove you're gonna kill all the goblins, then tell the goblins you're gonna turn on the grove. Then when the goblins show up at the grove, you kill the goblins.
That's what I did.
Oh, all right. And that's what I might do, because the first time I went through it, I just killed all the goblins.
Yeah. Because what happens when you do that, like she's like looks at you and it's like you need to kill them, and you're just like, nah, yo, and then you end up killing everybody on the goblin side.
Yeah, and there's a big goblin fight in front of the
Yeah, I did that. That was hard.
That was a hard fight?
That was super hard.
Oh, did the tieflings like die or something? Or
Well, you have people to help you, but they slaughter. Actually, I don't even think I finished that one. I think that's when I started it over. Because I was not having it. Or did I beat that? I might have. I don't really know. It was a while.
But then, but you know what what I'm trying to do now is that once I finish the little town that you do, I'm gonna go in the little town. I'm gonna take everything in the town, kill all the goblins in the little town. Then I'm gonna go like to the I'm gonna go up to the other board. Then after I go up the other board and get like all those magic items, I'm gonna go down to the Underdark. There's a magic item, right, that gives you more damage on your magic missile spell.
Mm.
And makes your magic missile
I never went to the second map.
Oh, you gotta go up there. There's like a paladin camp that you gotta clear. There's a whole burning fortress thing you got to help them with.
How do you? We'll have to talk this later, but I need to figure out how to get to that second map. I don't look at it
because there's a whole bunch of magic items up there. There's a whole bunch of magic items you can get up there, and then that makes the Underdark easier because you be in the Underdark like, man, like
I got slaughtered in the Underdark, and that's when I stopped playing. Like I was like,
And then you got to learn like to do your saves a lot. You do your saves right before the hard ones.
I saved constantly. That's from the first Baldur's Gate. I saved constantly.
But, all right, I think the people have had enough of us.
Did they? All right, we can close out. That's fine. After you heard us talking about Baldur's Gate for 15 minutes, we're such nerds. Anyway, all right.
God bless America.
Just so everyone knows, like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Let's look at this real quick. We got
like
some
and subscribe.
We got some analytics with our nine distributors. We're on. Got like 47% people listen to us on Apple Podcasts. It's probably like 3 people. We need you to spread the word.
About 1,000 people. I've been telling everybody. I've been telling all my homies.
Oh, nice. Also, on the first episode on YouTube, someone gave us a thumbs down, Miguel. Can you believe that?
Huh? What?
Someone gave us a thumbs down. I got words for you. I got words for that one person.
You can't read the comments or look at the haters, dogs. You just leave the haters in your rearview mirror. That's all you got to do.
But real talk, we would like to hear from you guys. If you have any questions or anything or stuff we want to talk about or we can bring up, just leave it in the comment section of YouTube. But thanks for listening, all that goodness, and until next time, I think that this will be the end of the 4th episode. Miguel's doing his
West Side.
It's gang signs. Love it. It's beautiful. Do you have any final words, Miguel?
Stay safe. Stay off that COVIDigus, and tell me if you know where the vaccine is at. I need that.
Yep. All right. Peace, peoples.